Memory is one of the most essential elements of human life. It shapes how we perceive the world, make decisions, and build relationships. But what happens when memory betrays us? When the things we remember are not true, but distorted versions or even complete fabrications? This is where false memories come into play, a psychological phenomenon that is far more common than we might think. False memories are not simply moments of forgetfulness. They are vivid, detailed recollections created by the brain that feel entirely real, even though they never happened. Anyone can experience them, regardless of age or background. Some people recall traveling to places they've never visited. Others are convinced they witnessed events they were never present for. Sometimes these memories are born from stories told by others, scenes from movies, or even dreams. Why does the brain create false memories? Part of the answer lies in how our brain processes and stores information. When we experience something, our brain doesn't record it like a video camera. Instead, it encodes fragments of the experience. Later, when we try to recall it, the brain reconstructs the memory by piecing these fragments together. This reconstruction is vulnerable to influence. Emotions, beliefs, and external cues can all shape the final version. If a piece is missing, the brain fills in the gap with what seems logical, and that's often the birthplace of a false memory. One of the most famous examples of this is the Mandela Effect. Many people around the world believe Nelson Mandela died in prison during the 1980s. Even though he actually lived until 2013. This collective misremembering gave rise to the term Mandela Effect, highlighting how memory can be influenced not just individually, but collectively. When a large group of people shares the same false memory, it gains credibility and becomes even harder to challenge. False memories can also be deliberately created. Psychological experiments have shown that with subtle suggestions, people can be led to remember events that never occurred. Elizabeth Loftus, a leading expert in this field, conducted a study where participants were asked about a childhood trip to the supermarket. Some began to recall getting lost, even though it never happened. Her research demonstrated how easily memory can be manipulated, raising serious concerns about its reliability in legal contexts. In courtrooms, eyewitness testimony often plays a crucial role, but if a witness's memory is false, the consequences can be devastating. Innocent people have been wrongly convicted based on inaccurate recollections. This leads to a difficult question: can we trust our own memories? The answer is complex. While memory is a powerful tool, it is far from perfect. We tend to remember things that align with our beliefs, emotions, or desires. Each time we retell a story, we might add or omit details, gradually replacing the original memory with a new version. This doesn't mean all memories are false, but it does remind us to be cautious when relying on them to make judgments or decisions. Imagination also plays a role in the creation of false memories. When we vividly imagine an event, our brain can register it as a real experience. This often happens in dreams, or when we read books or watch movies. The strong visuals, intense emotions, and repetition can blur the line between fiction and reality. That's why we might remember a scene from a film as if we had lived it ourselves. False memories are also linked to psychological disorders such as PTSD, dissociative disorders, or Alzheimer's disease. In these cases, memory distortion can be severe, and individuals may struggle to distinguish between what's real and what's imagined. Treatment often requires professional intervention, including cognitive behavioral therapy, to help restructure memory and improve mental clarity. Interestingly, not all false memories are harmful. Some can be beneficial, offering emotional support or motivation. For instance, someone might remember succeeding at a task they didn't actually complete. That memory, though inaccurate, can boost confidence and encourage future effort. In such cases, false memories act as a psychological defense mechanism, helping individuals cope with challenges and maintain a positive outlook. Whether helpful or harmful, false memories remind us that memory is not a flawless recording device. It is a dynamic, flexible process shaped by countless factors. Understanding this can help us become more self-aware and empathetic. When someone shares a story that seems inaccurate, they may not be lying, they may simply be recounting a memory that feels real to them, even if it isn't. So, what should we do when we suspect a memory might be false? First, verify the information through multiple sources. Talk to others who were involved. Review photos, documents, or journals. Second, accept that memory can change over time and isn't always precise. Finally, approach the situation with openness and without judgment. Memory is a part of who we are, and false memories are no exception. They reflect how we feel, think, and interact with the world. In a world overflowing with information, where truth is sometimes obscured, understanding false memories becomes more important than ever. It helps us stay alert, question what we think we know, and cherish the memories that truly matter. Because even if memory can deceive us, we still have the power to choose how we live with it.